so sweet. I was waiting.
Good stuff.
I was like, oh, there's got to be something like a bird
expect
squawk.
that at all.
Ivana
giant-
the Iguana sent that in, and the description is, here's a little ditty I made while cooking up some grub.
That's
Oh
nice.
my God, Ivana, thank you very, very much. I appreciate the giant rip at
There
the
was
end.
a couple
Oh,
a couple
wow.
intros past where we said that one of them sounded like Adventure Time. And
Yeah,
then,
this is
and then
another
Ivana the
one,
Iguana
yeah.
straight up took
Yeah.
Adventure Time.
Yeah, that is
Uh,
like Adventure Time. You're right.
yeah, it was really
Last
good.
week, that was wonderful, Ivana, and I
Yeah.
also love Ivana the Iguana, and I'd also love to know what kind of grub you were making while this was
Ooh, I
happening.
do like to know that.
Also,
But-
if this intro has been played before,
Let us know.
let us know.
I don't think it has.
I don't think so. I think I would have remembered the fart, but
I guess that's true.
last week it was me, Steve, and Raina.
I'm
and
so angry that I could not see
Yeah.
Ain't Raina.
that intro is by far
Oh, it was
my
wonderful.
favorite.
Do you want me to play it
that we've
again?
done.
Yeah,
I actually would
It's
love
been a
it.
Yeah,
minute
let me
since
find
we-
it.
Why is that
Kate
bad?
said it's so long.
Oh,
Kate
yeah,
was like,
good.
it's
We have
very
a whole
long.
hour we have
Not
to
much
fill
to
with our
say.
total nonsense.
I just did a podcast before this. Here we go. Let's play this.
Put it on loop.
Steve, can you turn me down a little bit? I'm annoying myself.
Oh
my God.
This is like a likey.
This is
The
like
Valleyfolk is a collection of friends that are slowly being crushed by the ever-growing weight of responsibility that accompanies running a business.
Oh my God.
Despite this, they continue to provide quality content for us, their fans, even as their souls slowly march towards the frayed edge of eternity, as more and more of their life essence escapes with each panicked bedtime sobbing session. And
That's
we,
beautiful.
the fans, reciprocate this love with our own love, and provide for these heroes our positive reinforcement, feedback, validation, and the hard-earned dollars that all coalesce to keep the merciless darkness at bay for just a little while longer. This is what life is about. To struggle together. To share this pain together. To sit atop a hill that we've all been climbing together, out of breath but triumphant and at peace. Laughing and smiling. It is with that in mind that I leave you all with these final words of wisdom from one of the greatest men who has ever lived. Oh no, I got some water in my mouth. That's too much water. Why did God make this? Oh boy, this is awful. Oh Jesus Christ. What a terrible predicament I find myself in with all of this water entering my mouth and stomach without my consent. This really is a lot of water. I guess I'm drowning now. Great. Awesome.
Anyway.
Enjoyed the show.
I really love that.
That was so accurate.
That was the most accurate
I loved
thing
it.
I've ever.
Yeah,
love it.
let me explain the ending to you guys. There was a bit on Dynamic Banter
I've never
where
heard of it.
Mike and I did this thing where, for some reason, the bit was like people saying like their last words as they drown. And it was like, what if they put it on their headstones? So it was like, you know, I regret nothing, and there's too much water in my mouth now. What do I do? And we just went on and on with this stupid bit, and so that's where this.
I
It's
will
really
always
beautiful.
love Angelica. If you just gave me the,
Yeah,
if you could
yeah.
just give me the lifesaver.
Yeah. And it was like
I have no regret. If you could just,
yeah, it was supposed to be like, you know, you go to the family because you witnessed it happen. Like, you know, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, Jake.
Oh, yeah.
Jake went out doing what he loved.
Did,
you know.
did you hear his? Did you
Did
hear
he
his
say
final
anything
words?
before he died?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, I
What?
mean, he
What?
said that he just loved everybody, and
Oh.
you know, and he
So
just
Jake-
really he
That's
said
awesome.
he said tell everybody I love them, and it was really
We
it
should
was
put
really
that on the
hard for him. He
headstone.
struggled, and
Yeah,
then
that's really
what else? Was something else?
Was there?
Yeah, I
oh,
mean,
there's
he-
more.
Yeah, you know,
can tell us,
I
whatever
think
it is.
it's just I think I need to tell you, but I
We
mean,
need-
Please,
we
these
need
his
to-
last words.
we
I would
need
like
to
know.
hear it.
he said something along the lines of, "My God, there's too much water in my mouth."
I thought you were going to change the bit and go, "My God, there's too many ants."
There's too many ants in this water.
Oh no, too many ants.
ants.
What
Oh,
do I
no,
do?
too many
That's
ants.
kind of the
Help me! This is an
Help.
egregious
Yeah.
amount of ants.
He said, "Oh my God, I've never felt this way
Steve,
ever."
why are you watching?
He
Help
said,
me.
"I climbed so high,
Wow,
and now
what a
what
lot
am I
of-
supposed to do to get down
Really didn't expect this much water in the ocean.
in the ocean?"
All right, well, guys, welcome to the Valleycast. It's been a bit since all four of
It
us
has
have
been a
been.
bit.
Yeah.
It's been a
I feel
bit.
like we say that every time, but
No, we don't say that every time.
It
Well,
makes
every
it
time
more
we're back,
special.
yeah.
We gotta change it up every once in a while. Give some flavors. Give some
This
new
is very
some
true.
new mixes.
I think we've established that the Valleycast
Yeah.
is a very fluid thing that happens when it happens
Gender.
with who's around, and it's also gender fluid, and which is why it's an it, the preferred
Yeah.
pronoun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's been a long time since I've vomited during due to drinking, and is something I would say if it wasn't for Saturday night at freaking Rooster
yes.
Teeth Fest.
Did you?
I hurled the next day, and it's been a long time. I had peanuts from like the mini bar.
I cannot.
I think they
can't.
were there for 3 years, and
Do
they
you-
sent me over the edge. But I was literally like, "It's been a long time since I've done this. I wonder what it's going to be like. This feels so foreign." And all I remember from it isn't the expelling of all the peanuts. I just remember me going,
you think the neighbors were like,
Yeah, guaranteed.
"Why did I?"
do you remember what you said to me
Oh wow.
at the party?
No.
It's the only exchange we had.
Wow.
And no offense, I walked away from you.
due to this, due to what he said?
Yeah, you came in and you said hi to somebody, and I walked over to you, and the first word out of your mouth, you just go, "Piss," and I go, "What?" And you said, "Piss. Where do you piss in here?" And I was like, "I think the bathroom's over there. Later, Joe. Have fun. Enjoy your
That's
party."
so funny because
I think you're in the wrong place.
I don't know if you guys hear when I go to the bathroom, but every time I pee, it sounds like,
Yeah.
and that's my dick.
And that comes out of your penis. Yeah.
And I've thought to myself many times, wow, what a hefty stream.
He must be good at making love.
He must be great. We brought you barbecue the next day, and Dell even commented because not a single light was on in your room when we opened the door.
I've been going through some
And
stuff.
he literally was just like, we're like, Joe, like it was a full darkness.
I was in bed.
But I would have done that too if I had been hurling up peanuts, minibar peanuts
was
for a
not fun.
while.
That's gross.
I don't like alcoholism, and so I don't want to talk about it.
I don't like it.
Kate, actually, can you edit that part out?
Can you
Yeah,
edit
can
out
you
the
edit that out?
alcoholism?
I don't think that exists, and
think-
I don't
think
want to talk
it's-
about it.
Did you guys know Dick Van Dyke was an alcoholic? Anyways, keep going. Next topic.
That makes
I thought
sense.
everyone before the year 1960 was an alcoholic.
was an alcoholic.
Yeah,
Guaranteed,
absolutely.
actually. Yeah.
I posted a video on my channel, which doesn't get videos posted on it.
Wow.
So that was again talking about foreign
Whose
experiences.
does?
Oh, mine every
anyways,
weekend. I
I-
post a makeup tutorial.
I teamed up with a board game called the Logo Game.
Ooh.
I'm showing it right here.
It looks cool, man.
It's fun. It's trivia. It's a trivia
Wow,
game.
that's a lot of logos.
It's a
Dude,
lot of
I think I could
logos.
really hack this.
That's like a race car.
I'm a brand ambassador for it, which just means I'm kind of like a spokesperson.
Yeah,
and
boy.
they're trying something. Play Monster's the company that did it, and they reached out and they wanted to try something different with their marketing. So they're like, let's try an influencer. And I got the hat tipped towards in my direction, and yeah. So for a little while, I'll be kind of kicking it with this game and talking about it a lot on socials, which is really easy since I do trivia stuff all the
Yeah,
time.
you do.
And that is, I mean,
think
that's
I'd
the
be
pitch.
good at this, Joe.
Well, we'll do a couple questions, but it's a
I think
game
I'd be really
like
good at
Trivial
this.
Pursuit, but it's with logos.
I'm so good at
stuff.
this kind of. I am
and
made
branding
for this
and
because
marketing and all that.
I only
I can't
watch
even imagine
television.
how it would work.
It's just trivia
well, it's
questions.
late stage capitalism.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
basically
It is
all of
late
these
stage
things you've been
capitalism.
ingrained in
Wouldn't
your
you
brain.
say it's more like mid-stage
Hi guys,
capitalism?
No, it's late
we're
stage.
late
Is
stage
it?
capitalism. Just to get us started tonight, can
Yeah.
we get
That was the
something
original
we're doing
name.
Can
with
I
our
show you guys?
hands?
Yeah.
So I had to.
That's my improv.
I went to Toy
team.
Fair. Is that what it's called? Toy Fair?
Yeah,
for
in
the
New
fir-
York.
Like for the first time because of this game.
That's what they call it.
That's what they call
Toy
it.
Fair.
And
They
Good
call
for
it
them.
now.
They got
They
They
that
changed
name.
the name.
I had to like do the thing where you stand at. I was a booth babe, pretty
Ooh,
much. It was my
attaboy.
first time being a booth
Sexy.
babe, and I stood by this game while like companies came and tried to decide if they wanted to stock their shelves with it
Attaboy.
and stuff. Very different experience. I think. I mean, have you ever done anything like
I've
that?
never gone to Toy Fair or been a boy.
Just kinda like
a
a-
boy, a booth
I've
boy.
never been a
or
boy.
something like
I've
that.
never been a boy.
Never been a boy.
Um,
No, I've never been a booth boy.
I was like-
Or you know what? Will and I had to do some kind of like Schick razor thing at South
Yeah.
by. That was
Oh.
close to.
It's definitely
Yeah.
different, and by the end of a 3 days of standing for 10 hours
Jesus,
and like
yeah.
talking to people about the same thing over and over, you just find ways to have fun with
Yes.
it and like play games. But I had to stare at this box for so long that I started to notice things about logos that I never saw before. And one of these I think you'll be like, oh well, we all saw that, but the other one I want to see if you guys knew it, and you'll have to watch the video podcast to get this. But on this box, there's 2 logos that after staring at for a bit, I was like, oh. The first one being the Baskin Robbins
Yeah.
logo.
31 flavors.
Did you
right
know
in
about
there.
that?
Yep.
I didn't see the 3 and the 1 for the longest time on the B and the R.
Yeah, because it used to be 31 flavors, but there's
Baskin
way
Robbins
more
flavors.
than that
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
and they just kept it for the sake of branding, I guess.
Yeah, but
Because it used to be called 31 flavors.
Flavors.
I feel
Baskin Robbins 31
so
flavors, right?
stupid for not ever seeing it. And then the other one, do you guys see what's in the Kisses logo?
Oh, there's a
kiss.
kiss.
There's a kiss.
That's the same way they make the.
kiss.
There's a kiss. Have you seen that before?
I've never seen it.
I've
no.
never seen it, and it reminds me of the
FedEx
FedEx
logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not on this box.
The empty space becomes the shape. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Back to the Future car is in the Burger King logo?
Oh my God, I see it. Hold on. Hang it like there.
Once you see it,
The
it's all you
DeLorean,
see.
right? It's
The
the
DeLorean,
DeLorean?
yeah.
Oh my God.
No, the word Back to the Future car.
Oh, wow.
The Back to the
Actually,
Future.
now
The
I
Back
do
to the
see
Future
it.
car.
So the questions in this thing are again across the board. It isn't just logos and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
And
this
a
is
lot of
good
like
stuff.
random just facts. So I'll just grab a card to see if we can.
Out of
choose some.
curiosity, if I buy like 3 of these, do you experience any kind of
Yeah, they did
monetary?
So again, they're trying some different things with it, and one of the things that they helped me with. So if you guys really like trivia and you want to help me out, it's kind of like a residuals deal. Like
Oh, yeah, like
Yeah.
a back end
if
situation?
like so the
Nice.
more that sell and if it does really
It
well,
probably has to hit certain tiers or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. So down the line, after a couple
you.
years, it could do well. So
Yo, legit, these little pieces are the cutest things I've ever
Who
seen.
are the little pieces? Are they things?
They're
from
like
things
from things, I think.
they're just
but
random things.
They're not from any brand in
No.
particular.
No, but I
okay.
think they're like trying
Can't be
to
biased.
almost be
I guess that
like
makes
That
sense.
one that you're holding is the Play Monster logo,
He's
which I
really
thought was some
cute.
really fun underground guerrilla marketing that they did for themselves.
Yeah.
We're just gonna throw our
We're just gonna
piece
throw
in
it
there.
That's
in
pretty
there.
cool.
Yeah.
I like him a lot, and I really like this burger. Everyone knows I love a burger.
Who doesn't?
Is the extent of the game sort of? Thank you. Is the extent to sort of? I'm assuming guess the brand associated with the logo. Like they take the word off, and you. I'm sure.
It's a bunch of different stuff.
It's a
It's
bunch
kind
of
of
different
nice.
ways to do
You
it.
know how like we have different rounds on Trivia Bidet? It's kind of like that on these cards.
That's kinda
And again, I
cool.
haven't looked through everything.
Do you want me to play some game show music?
Ooh, that's
Sure.
nice.
That's
I
fun.
would. I would if you were you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and others,
Turn it down.
and everyone,
Just a tiny, because I don't.
welcome to the logo game.
I can't think.
Grabbing Random Cards edition. Here's the potluck. 4 questions for my 3 friends. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What kind of cookie does La Choy make?
LaChoy?
What kind of cookie does La Choy make?
Fortune cookie.
Holy crap, you got it.
Thank you.
How did
Way
you
to
get
go.
that?
I
Who are
told
you?
you I knew I'd be good at this.
What the
Way to
hell?
go.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I told you I knew I'd be good at this.
All right.
Right.
Which office actor is the voice of E-Surance commercials?
John
Um,
Krasinski.
I just don't have TV.
John
you
Krasinski.
know?
He got it. Great job, everybody.
I don't know. I can't remember the last time I saw a commercial.
What are you, a bunch of bees working with your hive mind? Let's keep it going. What name does the Quaker Oats call the man on its packaging? George, Matthew, Larry, or William?
Matthew.
Wrong.
William.
Larry.
Larry it is. Look at
Nice.
that.
Larry?
I didn't even hear the
Larry?
answers before, Steve. You guys are 3 for 3.
That's it.
And finally, on this potluck card, oh, this one. Okay, let's see who just answers it the fastest. What was Hershey's chocolate syrup's vital role in the horror film Psycho?
Oh, it was the blood in the
Blood.
bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, there, you guys nailed the potluck one.
Wow, that was. Do another one. I want another one.
All right, now this one is a
Yeah.
themed card called It's Greek, to me.
I don't know much about
Here we
it.
go. Which brand of Greek yogurt sponsored Team USA in the 2016 Olympics?
Chobani.
Good job. Good job. Which airline is named after a sea in Greece? Ooh,
Oh.
geography question, everybody.
Hold on. A sea in Greece.
Chobani.
It's
It's, gotta be-
Chobani.
it's southwest, right?
Sea is a body of water.
Is it
not
Chobani?
It's got to
Southwest.
be Virgin.
No.
It's the Virgin Atlantic Ocean.
The Virgin Ocean.
Next.
Next. Yeah, we know that
It's
one.
the Aegean Airlines, everybody.
Aegean? No one would have.
Airlines.
No, now, and it gun to my head. I
When you
bet.
said that, Steve, it reminded me of I'm blanking on his name, but it's a character from New Girl, the Jake Johnson.
Oh, I don't know.
Jake,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, his character on that show was it.
That's
Mike
right.
Falzone character.
That's right.
Oh, Mike Falzone?
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
Mike
I know who
Falzone.
you're talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah. Which Swiss watchmaker takes its name from the last letter in the Greek alphabet?
It's Omega. It's Omega.
Lee got it. I thought you were going to get that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then finally, everybody, and then we can move on from this bit.
No, I'm having the time of my life.
It's fun. Yeah, no, keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going.
Which Parisian fashion company is named after the messenger of the Greek gods? Go.
It's Hermes.
It is. No, I know what
I mean,
it
you
is.
said it, but you said it wrong.
Versace.
Les Mis.
Hermes.
Hermes?
Hermes with a Hermes.
Hermes.
It's
Hermes.
Well, no, but in fashion they call it Hermes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hermes. Great.
Cool.
Lee wins.
Guys,
He's
I
very
love
good.
this game. Delvin and I could play this for hours. You don't understand.
yeah.
We listened to 6 different trivia podcasts.
I brought it
It is
home.
a problem.
I didn't
thank you
expect my
so
family
much,
to like
Joe.
it, but they
This
did.
I thank you so much for this
That we're
gift.
gonna do.
That
They
is
loved it.
a
Oh, yeah.
wonderful time.
Guys, the logo game is a great party game
Oh,
for
yes.
your friends and your family. Pick it up sometime. Also, I've got a discount code. Use 20 logo and the link in the description and go get yourself the logo game.
Guys,
Yeah.
Comic-Con is happening right now.
Currently,
like,
right now.
Comic-Con today is preview, or tonight is preview night. Yeah.
I feel like the
Are you
build up
going
to
tonight?
Comic-Con this
yeah,
year.
I'm going right out. As soon as this podcast is done, you will see a trail of
No, we're gonna
Cheez-Its.
blast your butt
and that
hole.
will be me leaving.
That's
just
how
so we
we
can
will find
find
you.
you.
Yeah. Well, you'll find me. Yeah.
Oh my
But I mean,
God.
I'll tell you
We're
where I'm at. I'll be
adorable.
at Comic-Con. You don't have to follow the Cheez-Its.
So many cheeses.
Steve, correct me if I'm wrong.
Miles.
Like, was overall, I feel like the hype this year for Comic-Con, the build-up, I haven't heard as much, and maybe that's just me not being on the radar, but I also felt like last year, I remember reading that it was kind of a letdown.
I stopped kind of caring about what makes Comic-Con buzzworthy or not, like for a very long time. I go because it is a gathering of a community of people that I love and I found kinship in and with
It's like summer
Cultureless
camp.
hogs.
years ago. A cultureless
Cultureless
hogs.
Not one person at Comic-Con has seen Midsummer.
No, not at all. And I hate it. And I feel like I'm walking into the dark ages when I go. No, I go because I love the spectacle of Comic-Con. I don't really like the panels don't interest me at all. None of them interest me at all. I mean, I used to, again, I've been going for like 20 plus years. So I've done the panel thing, I've done the signing thing, I've done like pretty much anything you can do at Comic-Con. I've done it already. Except I've never done the cosplay like show they do where you enter in and you walk down like a model.
that'd be
almost.
Even
Cool.
when you were Ewoking it?
Yeah, even when I was Ewoking, I thought about it. It's just a lot of time, and like in order to like get into the cosplay competition, you have to like sign up like months in advance, and
Yeah.
it's like it's a whole thing.
Too much.
But yeah, man, I'm just really excited. Like I have zero obligation. It's like the first year
That's
in like
great.
maybe 7 or 8 years since like starting SourceFed that I have no work to do
You're
whatsoever.
going as a fan again.
I'm just going because I have a badge and my buddy Brett, like I didn't have a hotel room this year but Brett Register was like, dude, stay with me and we'll fucking have just, he's like, I also, because he just got a job at Mattel, the toy company.
Yeah.
And
Heard
so he,
Which Trisha used to booth babe for.
yes,
Yes,
she
she
did.
did.
Yes, she did.
And
I
Brett
actually called her
Register-
up and I was like, I need booth babe tips, and she gave them to me.
oh,
She's
that's
great.
great.
It's probably gonna be too late at the time that this comes out, but also Brett Register is in the North Tower of the Hilton that's nearby on the 7th floor in room 742.
742.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah.
if you want to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
hi to Steve,
Thank you. I think that's very nice.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so we're just gonna. He's one of those guys that like for the past 10 years he's been doing DC
Yeah.
like comics stuff at Comic-Con,
Yeah.
and his schedule has been like I never get to see him at Comic-Con because he's just got a camera on his shoulder, or he's directing something, or he's just like busy as fuck the entire time. And he's like one of those guys that's there from like Wednesday to Monday. And this is the first year working for Mattel where he just like has nothing. He's like a meeting maybe, and he's like, he was telling me about it weeks ago, and I was like, well, fuck, should we just like go to Comic-Con and just like
Zen.
fucking have
Yeah,
a great
man.
time and just like enjoy the beauty of San Diego and bird around all day?
Dude,
and
I
just
feel like this is a movie pitch. This
Right?
Is, what is this called? BachelorCon?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, BatchCon.
the big con.
Yeah, it's like 2 dudes going down to have dude weekend at Comic-Con. BatchCon.
Yeah, I love it.
You're just trying to rekindle
Truly,
it.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be just like couple of grown men away from their girlfriend and wife and just kind of like taking Comic-Con and having a good time.
You're gonna make love.
Two nerds, two birds,
One
fire
cup.
and some turds. One cup.
I really like
Two nerds,
fire and
two
some
birds,
turds.
one cup.
But yeah, so like, and I'm gonna get to see a bunch of my pals, and I get to go to some of the cool parties and stuff, and it's just so I don't really like the buzz around like the big events and stuff. It kind of stopped mattering. For me last year, the big bummer was
That
John
sounded
Schnepp.
like a really cool, beautiful. The way you said that was like
What?
for me last year.
For me last year.
Yeah, but the big thing was
Last
John
year.
Schnepp.
I mean,
was-
yeah, John Schnepp passing away like during
Oh,
Comic-Con.
yeah.
It was like the biggest blow to the community,
Yeah.
really, and it was really sad. And it to me, it lowered the tone for the whole thing and made the whole thing just feel different. You know,
Yeah.
like I talked to him every year at a booth or something. I'd bump into him, and he was just the sweetest guy ever. And so it was like that's what last year felt like to me, like the loss of such a big member of the nerd community, and it was just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
So for you, Steve, like traditionally, and I'll answer with my answer first. What is your like first couple things that you run to? So you've been going for 20 years. I got to go. I think I went like 5 years in a row just on accident.
Yeah.
From SourceFed to Smosh, I just had a reason to go. The two things that I always found that I would do as somebody that wasn't buried in the culture and was just kind of figuring it out over time was I go to Artists Alley. That is my favorite
Yeah,
spot
that's
of
rad.
Comic-Con. I love supporting the artists. I love seeing their wares, and like that's where it all starts, and people forget that it starts with independent artists that worked hard for years, and then they create these great works of art that
Yeah.
become bigger than them. you
Yeah.
know? So I like going back to that and supporting them. And then I go to Todd Land's booth every year
dude.
to say hi to that guy because he's amazing.
I love how like
Mm-hmm.
no matter how busy his booth gets, and it gets very busy because he's like connected with Fox now, and he does like products for all the Fox
Bob's
shows,
Burgers,
like Bob's
and
Burgers.
I know.
and
I'm so
Family Guy.
I always get
and-
so sad that I can't get all of the Bob's Burgers.
I
things.
know. I mean, he's
I
but
should have just dated him. God,
he blew it.
I really blew it.
But anyway, like no matter how busy his booth is and it's always fucking packed and there's always people in a massive line to get some exclusive thing, he'll always be like the most calm guy, and I go like, hey, what's up? And he goes like, oh, hey, dude.
Dude, he gives
He's
you
like,
he's
Todd,
the type
come
of
here, buddy.
person that gives you a moment. Like he's
Yeah.
buried in just like stress and commerce and
Yeah.
and it's supporting his brand. But even if that's a calm like 3 seconds, that 3 seconds is eye contact. It's genuine. Hello, how are you? And he gives you
Yeah.
a moment, and that I feel like that's a
Goblin.
rare experience
People like
with a
that.
lot of people.
There's a reason why they have successful businesses too.
Yeah.
Like they are wired in a way that they gain energy from stuff like that. Whereas I think oftentimes in my life it's like the social interactions can deplete the energy and it's more of an introverted thing. But people like that, like Johnny Cupcakes, that that guy, I met him in Boston, and he was the same thing where it was like this. He operates his life just better, like it's just a different. And then
I've
when
heard
he's
that called
in
as like Wonkin, like Willy Wonka.
something like that, yeah, that's a nice
You know, where
term.
it's like
But the same thing when we
Doesn't
sat
quite
down.
flow wonkin.
Wonkin.
He's also
someone said it.
people like that.
It's
I
a
feel like
fortune
It's just
cookie.
someone said it.
people like that. I
That
feel
person
like
was wrong.
people like that. I feel, people like that. I feel. People like that. I feel like you feel like you're friends with them basically immediately, and there's
Yeah.
like truth to it. It's not like am I just like overread? Like I like this
Do we
person.
think that-
just charisma, just pure charisma.
Makes you feel
Yeah.
He makes you feel like alive because he's accepting your existence for a moment. You know?
But he's also just like a kind gentleman too.
That's what I mean, and it's genuine.
Yeah, it
And
is
present.
genuine. And again, like no matter how busy, he'll always just come over and he'll stop and he'll talk and he'll
Yeah.
tell you what's going on, and it's always very calm and he's not stressed out. And while you're doing that, 7 people will have come up to him to ask him if they still have this exclusive
Yep.
thing, and he'll be like, "Oh no, but if you wait in line, like I might be able to hook you up with something." Anyway, Steve. So anyway, like and he's just like this, like
Yep.
fucking great.
Go
like a full
support
Wonkin.
Todd
yeah.
Land.
I had a.
I'm gonna think about that one.
I had a
Oh,
moment
you know
where
what? Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
at
You've
Arts
been trigger finger happy on that.
at RTX, it was we did the panel, and then panels are always weird because you do the thing and then you have to get out of the room real quick, but everybody wants to come up and say hi, so it's always very difficult, like balancing act. And I remember a guy came up to me, a young man, and he was talking to me about stand-up, and he was basically like going into sort of how me and Mike like sort of inspired him to start doing it, and he just started doing it, and I felt felt myself and saw myself for a moment completely check out. Like I was like, where are y'all at? Where did you go? I was like, what's going on? And we're like, are we able to be in this room right now? Like, am I going to get,
8 questions.
not in trouble, but we're going to get kind of ushered out. I know it's coming. And I felt myself look around, and I think I saw like the flash in his eyes where I was like, oh, I know, I'm whoops. And I like came back to him, and I was like, made the point of like, okay, I'm so sorry. Like I got distracted, like and then like making the direct eye contact. But it's like a learning process to be like, and also not have like the sort of tried and true like encyclopedia of responses that like come along with that.
Some people are just built for that kind of stuff, and I guess it's kind of like a learned ability.
I think you can learn it. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, but there's definitely I'm not there yet. Easily distractible.
What do you go to?
To answer your question, nowadays I go straight to like because every year I just take a glance at the exclusives, and like a lot of stuff's untouchable. There's no way you'll ever get it. Like the Lego exclusives are always like fucking golden, and like whatever Star Wars stuff is coming out and whatever. But anyway, so now, and this is also a hot commodity too, which is all the prints and posters, like the exclusive posters, and all these artists do like super limited runs that are only available at Comic-Con, and it's like amazing shit. Like this artist, Scott Campbell, who I really, really love, he does these things called Great Showdowns. I think you've seen them before. They're like little square pictures, and they're just like these cute little doodles of like...
Those are great.
One is like E.T. and the little speak and spell, and one was like... all of the guys in West Side Story, and then the other side, whatever the two
Did they do
two
a
sides
Back to
are.
the Future one too? Or it's like
he's done like basically all the pop culture
Yes.
stuff, and I just love him so much. And he's doing a Dark Crystal one, and it's only available on preview night, so I'm gonna like rush straight for those. So it's like an artist alley in a sense, but it's like right in the middle of all the other shit.
What would you say is the ratio of people that actually, let's say there's 300 made of an exclusive. What's the ratio of people that actually keep that exclusive and the ones that put it up on eBay immediately?
I feel like it depends on what it is, because if it's like there are artists that only make like big Marvel crazy like limited amazing looking collages of like Marvel movies and stuff, and those are the ones that like I feel like more often than not will probably be scalped and sold on eBay for crazy prices. But for those smaller artists like the Scott Campbells and such, I'd like to believe that most of them go to a good home. I am totally fine with the rest of the 4 days of Comic-Con just walking around mindlessly through the show.
Oh, you're gonna
I
have a
would.
great time.
It's just
you're gonna be relaxed and
is
chill.
the
That's
one
awesome,
year
man.
that I went with Joe, and Joe slept in his car and I slept in Trisha's bed.
I did that.
Was when the fucking Bacon Brothers like that.
Oh yeah, that was really
like
great.
One of my favorite things.
What a
of being like,
surprise.
why,
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bacon Brothers.
Like it's just like a why. But
I mean, at
I'm
Comic-Con's
perfect.
still like that.
Yeah.
You walk around the whole downtown
Yes.
gas lamp area, and there's like, oh, come on in here. Like, there's just, Kevin Smith is like talking about this barbecue in here, and he's got a
Great.
whole crowd around it. Like, there's always some weird shit going on.
Yeah,
I love it so
that
much.
kind of stuff.
Guys, I lost my headphones a while back, and serendipitously, these showed up in our mail to try out. It is the Raycon wireless earbuds, and they're absolutely fantastic. The reality is it's 2019, and everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds, but before you go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon. I have them. I take them on planes with me. I work out in them, and I also wear them while I am doing work, and they're nice, and they stay charged for a long time. And they're fun because there's buttons on the side, and you feel like you're a robot. Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing. The company was actually co-founded by Ray J. Isn't that cool? I mean, we have a big Venn diagram of our audience and Ray J's audience. And celebrities like Snoop Dogg, Cardi B, Melissa Etheridge, Brandy, they're already obsessed. Raycon's E50 wireless earbuds have totally changed the game for me. They're so comfortable and so easy to take anywhere, and they fit in a little fun, circular-ish, ergonomically designed case, and then they charge on that, and it's real fun. Unlike some of your other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish and discreet with no dangling wires or stems.
That's
and
true.
of course, they don't just look great, they sound great too. You can crank up the volume and zone out and have a wonderful time. And this says what my favorite feature is, and my favorite feature is that I have them. It's nice, and thank you. And it's perfect. They're the only ones I have, and it's great. Raycon offers their wireless earbuds for everyone in a range of fun colors and at an unbeatable price. Do you hear me? BuyRaycon.com/Valleycast. Go to BuyRaycon.com/Valleycast. That's BUY Raycon.com/Valleycast to get 15% off your order. Okay, 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. If you've been eyeing a pair, why don't you go ahead and buy a pair? Now's the time to get an amazing deal. One more time, buyraycon.com/Valleycast. Isn't that neat?
It's very neat. You know what else is neat? Christmas. Do you guys like Christmas?
I love Christmas. Joe, you
Christmas.
know this about me.
Would you like Christmas all year? Getting a package delivered to you, a nice little present?
I don't know what I would do with myself.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah, you like that? Well, that brings me to the Box of Awesome
Oh.
from Bespoke Post. Guys, they're going to send you only the best stuff every month. Basically, they're sending you a little package, a themed package every month with a bunch of little gifts that you can open up and change your life with. When I say themed, I mean things like what I got recently was a Jet Setter themed package. And my favorite thing in it, and I don't know if you guys have ever worn these.
A jet. Was it a jet?
7 jets. Have you guys ever worn compression socks?
They're game changing.
They're the
Oh,
best
kind of
thing.
like grip
I've
around
never
here.
worn.
You-
I don't even
you
think
would
they're
wear
for blood
them.
pressure. I don't think I need them, but I love them, and I
Yeah.
got them from my Box of Awesome. Elliott got a cigar themed box. It's great. Anyways, you
Yeah,
guys-
it's like the only thing that I have in my room that I actually give a damn about.
Wow.
I actually really like it. Yeah.
guys, they test everything in the Box of Awesome themselves, from style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, and outdoor gear. Every product gets put through the ringer before it gets put inside a monthly Box of Awesome. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel at any time. That's called choices, everybody. That's freedom. America. Each box costs only $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. That's a deal. So to get 20% off your first monthly box when you
20%
sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Valleycast at checkout, you will do so. That's boxofawesome.com, code Valleycast for 20% off your first box.
Ooh,
Do it.
do it.
Merry Christmas.
I hope they send us more boxes.
Wow.
Joe.
You more boxes.
I would like another
You guys,
box.
I'm gonna
That
just,
would be
Should
awesome.
I just go right into
Get it. Hit
Yeah.
Hit it.
Should I just-
Wow.
Okay, guys, this is a big one. This is one that we love so deeply. It's our baby boys and girls. MeUndies.
Love them.
Summer comes with a number of awesome perks: vacations, beach days, barbecues. But one perk that outshines them all is a summer-themed undies. Okay, courtesy of, you guessed it, MeUndies.
This is like Christmas for your junk.
MeUndies is the only brand that lets you eat pineapple
Not
while
junk food
wearing
Christmas.
pineapple underwear,
love it.
or watch the sky light up on the 4th of July, knowing that your underwear is doing the same thing with the fireworks. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah, I
wearing
have
my
the ones.
pineapple
I have the
underwear
little boy
right
short
now.
ones. Okay, look, I'm gonna be honest. MeUndies is the most comfortable underwear I've ever worn in my life, and then 2, they have for ladies, they have a wonderful boy short option, and it's a real nice thing to wear under your dresses during the summer because you don't feel like you're showing all your tush, and it's a cute little like, oh, look at my print, and people are like, oh, that's cute, and you're like, thank you so much, and then they're like, can you stop bending over, and I'm like, no, I never will. Guys, let's talk about the comfort about MeUndies. Scientists spent countless hours in that underwear lab testing the softest fabrics in all the land. The result, micromodal fabric, which is a full 3 times softer than any cotton. Wow. You move over, cotton, okay? Get out of here. Not only that, but you can match your bottom half with your better half in matching prints and colors. You can also match your bottom half with your top half in matching bras and panties.
What about your right side with your left side?
You can, absolutely.
That's great, Lee. Tell me more.
Thank you. So I will. Look out for the new summer-themed prints dropping every Tuesday. Ooh, I'm cutting in and out. MeUndies is also making the softest lounge pants, and this is true in onesies you've ever felt. I just got a onesie, and it's game-changing. Finally, you can match with your pup with your new Buddy brand. Oh my God. Available in the same prints as MeUndies. When we went to the MeUndies things, there were nothing but dogs, and it was a treasure. MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners, for first-time purchasers. When you purchase a MeUndies products, you get 15% off and free shipping. That's a big old fat duck. Get 15% off.
Wow.
A first pair of the most comfortable panties you'll ever put on. And I promise you, you're going to only want to wear those panties from there on out. How you doing? Oh, wow. This is okay. So to get your 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed, go to MeUndies.com/Valley. MeUndies.com/Valley. 15% off your first pair, free shipping.
MeUndies.com/Valley?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's beautiful.
Well, that's easy.
That's easy.
Thank you for listening, everybody.
Thank you so much for listening.
Half of myself is hanging out one side
How
of these
are you? Are
MeUndies.
you all right there? Yeah, a little pineapple hanging out? All right.
I went to a wedding. It was very
you
fun.
did. You went to a beautiful wedding.
Yeah, Grace and I went to Santa Barbara to attend the wedding of Gigi Gorgeous, and who was marrying Nat's Getty. And we sat at a table where the table next to us was Caitlyn Jenner, and on the other side of the table was Lois Lane / Terry Hatcher.
Yeah,
and it
good.
was very surreal and one of the most insane experiences of my life, but incredibly beautiful. And everyone was very colorful. And definitely outside of my comfort zone, whole world of sort of,
I love that.
Do you mean
in every aspect, just different from what I'm used to.
Socially, economically,
Not comedic,
Yeah.
It's not a lot of jokes. It's just people having the most fun they can possibly have and being themselves, all very beautiful, but also very surreal and weird.
Yeah.
Like it's just beautiful, weird, strange
Fanciful.
people.
Yeah.
And the takeaway is I typically cry at weddings basically every time. It doesn't matter if I know the people or not. But with this wedding, I turned to Grace before it began. And I was like, just so you know, I'm probably not going to cry during this because I don't, you're in the safe
you don't
zone.
know
You don't need to worry about me. I don't know these people, and this is all so extreme and decadent that I don't think I'll be able to be like hear it.
am I in Jumanji 2 this upcoming summer, or because I'm a rock?
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
let things permeate me emotionally right now.
I need to
Well-
focus on the outside.
Yeah.
Inside.
I have to focus on my breathing, and I will be okay. But we sit down, and it's like immediately like drag queens and everywhere, and I was like, all right, here we go.
This is
and
awesome. I would be in love.
it was amazing. It was incredible. And Nat did her vows, and they showed up, and it's this beautiful, like, thick, opulent resort that I've never seen before or heard of. And they
doesn't
show
exist on maps.
I don't think it does.
It's blurred out.
It's like Narnia, and actually, it's very much like Narnia because we get there and we were so sure that it started at 4, so we got there really early, like 3:30, and for sure we're the first people there. And this woman, this like concierge woman at the hotel, was like a space cadet. Like she was very like, "Hi, welcome to the Rose."
I love him.
And then she like.
It was
shows us
just
around.
Imogen Poots. She was just
Yeah.
training for a role.
Yeah, and we were like, this woman like on drugs? Like, are we okay? Are we at the right place? Is a wedding actually
Is this a
happening?
cult?
No
Yeah.
one's there. And she goes, and if you would like to wait before the ceremony begins, you can hang out in our bar. And she opens up an entire panel of the wall that like you couldn't
Oh
see
my
was a
God,
door.
I love
And
it.
it's the coolest bar I've ever been in my life. It's like it's like bespoke
I
post
love
box of
that.
awesome became a bar. It's very like Art Deco-y and mahogany, and all these massive windows are open. There's a breeze coming in and just overlooks the ocean. I'm like, I don't deserve any of this. And and then we did the wedding, and Nat's vows were the most beautiful vows ever, and I've truly not cried that. Like I was like, am I about to start sobbing? Like, like there was
Can
one
you give
moment
us a
where I
little
was
test? Can you give us a little like
I really-
just as a vocal test
like, of what?
of like were you like
There was
Or were you like,
definitely like I was so focused on like I knew I wasn't going to be able to hide the tears, so I had sunglasses on, and
You got little like extenders on your sunglasses to follow the tears down
Yeah.
your face.
And
They just are tear shaped.
just covers. I'm cool. I got it.
Tear covers.
Tear veils.
But yeah, then I like would go like I'd lose my breath because I was so focused on just like the entire time. And then she would like the way she wrote them was just so beautiful. And then she like hit like one more. She said one thing that was like the most romantic crap I've ever heard. It was like I don't want to say. I feel like is that inappropriate to say what somebody said in their vows? Is that,
No,
I mean, it's a
I don't
public
think so.
ceremony. She said. After this whole speech that was so beautiful, and it's somebody I don't, and it's so she also was like limping. She's got a cane, and she's a little, that also was super endearing. And then she just goes, she was like, the sun rises and sets every day, so that we can have another day together or something like that, so we can spend more. And I was like, and that's when I was like, oh, I'm gonna lose it. And then Gigi had hers, and her vows start, and a train just comes like barreling by, and
Just
like
takes out
directly
Gigi.
behind-
She's gone.
Yeah, takes out Gigi, and it was a beautiful wedding. It was I didn't expect all the red, but yeah, it was very very cool and very fun, and it was a surreal experience. And yeah, I
and
recommend.
just a real
How was
Yeah,
the
just-
food? How was the
yeah,
cake?
that's a
How was
real
all
that's
that
what
stuff?
we need to know
The
about.
cake
We
was
need to know
great.
about.
It was wedding cake. It was kind of like not as much as you would like. They weren't throwing around like
This is the best ever.
look at how much
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
just like a
more.
It was more about the
thing.
love.
Yeah, and like the live band was the best live band I've ever seen at a wedding.
It was
they were
the Foo
amazing.
Fighters.
And then the Katy Perry thing. The person who was supposed to officiate it was the governor, Gavin Newsom, who sent in a video saying like, "Sorry, I couldn't do it. earth shaken or whatever, couldn't make it, but it's still him being like, I was gonna do it, and so basically the woman who planned it officiated it. And
you were in a parallel universe.
Yeah, that's a parallel
my friend.
universe.
It was a different world.
Did you feel
and
like
with what you were
Illuminati
experiencing, I was
stuff?
like, good God, huh?
Did you feel like Illuminati type stuff?
There was a little Illuminati. It was a because these are people who live lives and have lived lives their entire lives that
like
are so
yes.
different and so outside of what I can understand that it's like there's no assessment.
Like their dresses
it's
are
just
my
like,
rent.
Yeah, and it's just like
your mortgage.
There's
yeah,
no
full mortgage, you're right.
Yeah, there's no like there's not a lot of common ground, so it's just like kind of makes it it's easy for me because I'm a +1, so I get to just be like, all right, let's see what happens. It was harder for Grace because she had to actually.
Man, you're beautiful.
She knew people.
No, he's a +1.
Don't say that
That's
about
fine.
yourself.
Stop it. He's
Thank
a
you.
+1.
You look fine. You look good.
No, he knows that.
It's a term. What do you mean?
Huh?
Do
I thought you were
I not
calling-
look?
No, you look great. I just thought you were being. A little
Joe's
hard
trying
on
to say that
yourself.
you're not just a +1.
I
You're a handsome
I
man.
want to say that it's okay if you're just a
Hey,
+1.
Elliott, you're a +3 at least.
Oh, that'd be too many people.
Yeah.
I don't understand what
A
we're
third
talking
wheel.
about.
Can I get a +3?
You're definitely a third wheel.
Yeah, and which is great. It was totally free, but it was just wonderful, and we danced and
Because
left.
you just
and
got to observe. You
Also-
just got to like fully disengage
Yeah.
and observe all the beautiful madness.
Also, Grace and I got to be like the responsible ones all
Oh,
weekend, which
that's-
was very fun and unexpected. And like, all right, I guess this is what we do now. We're the very
responsible ones.
very like taking care, making sure everything's cool while everyone else is having a great time. And then it was just incredible. And now we are not there anymore. And then we came back.
Are you
back
sad?
Yeah, you had to leave.
Yeah.
and it was a culture shock, but it was very fun.
I like to think that every single one of their wedding photos has to have the Getty stamp
It has
on
to
them
have
for
it.
life.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like they can't get rid of it.
Right. It's just
there.
imprinted in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be.
There's no version of it without it. The camera just added it when it took the
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
It's actually a thing that they hold below them. It's just
a little,
Getty images.
popsicle
yeah.
stick.
Yeah.
Well, Getty images.
Just in case.
Well,
Yeah, they had a lot of photography, a lot of and that filet mignon is what I had. It was just
Oh,
like the
Jesus
That's
thing.
nice.
Christ.
And they didn't
Ooh,
ask how I wanted
baby.
it, so I was like, is this
You're like
gonna
in
come
my
out?
mouth.
Yeah,
Please?
right. Am I right?
Put that little buzzer sound for me.
It was very good.
Oh, it played. It's just too low.
Well, we tried.
But your wedding, Lee had Lefroy or whatever scotch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
LaCroix.
We had-
There's
we
tons
had
of
so-
LaCroix.
we
LaCroix is
did
my
have a
favorite
lot of
scotch.
There was a
LaCroix.
lot of
LaCroix on tap.
No, we
Yeah.
had Delvin's very particular about his scotch, so we had a lot of the budget
They were
did
not.
go to that. Okay, got it.
They were
Yeah.
not
Well, that
particular.
makes me happier that we had better scotch than the billionaires.
You know what I think about the scotch they had at this wedding? Yeah,
That sounds wonderful.
it was very fun.
That makes me. I like when you can experience moments like that. Because there are those things of when you go like, this is something I will never be able to
Yeah, it's once in a lifetime.
acquire. I get there. It's like when you go to like a billionaire's house and you're like, am I here for the weekend? Does he own
Yeah.
me now? You
Yeah.
know, it's
And
like
everyone was so nice. Like everyone was just like
That's what you
very-
want.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what you hope for.
God, it's what you hope for.
That's what
You
you,
just
hope
hope
for.
for it.
You just
Yeah,
hope people
you
are
just
nice.
I just hope they're good people.
I don't care what happens as long as the people are nice.
Just be nice to me.
And there were
Did you? Can I ask you a very honest, personal question?
Sure.
Did you feel a lot like Leonardo DiCaprio when he went below on the Titanic?
All right, I don't have time for this, guys. Thank you so
Wait,
much.
do you
for
mean when he
listening
went up
to-
or
No,
when
when he was like,
The Valleycast.
when he was like, I am an artist, but now I'm here
Yeah.
with you folks.
Like,
Oh,
did you
yeah.
feel like the
drinking wine,
dirty,
having a-
unkempt rat person at in the
borrowed
poor
a
people
tuxedo.
cabin of Titanic?
Yeah.
They got to go up into the beautiful ballroom with all the
That's
rich
what I'm
people.
asking. Did you?
She wanted to know
feel
if you
a
felt
little
like
bit-
literally a sewer
you
rat.
as though
feel
that's
like-
a time. That's how I don't
Yeah.
feel.
Do
Yeah.
you feel
Yeah.
like Billy Zane framed you?
I felt like I was out of my body, and I don't know what I was feeling. Or going
for you.
through.
Now, when the wedding hit an iceberg and split in half, who survived? All right. Well, guys, listen. This has been a really fun treat
It has
just
been a fun
to be
treat.
here with all four of you. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
I wish we could keep going, but I have to get going. I got to go to Comic-Con.
You got the runs.
I got the runs, and I got to go to the toilet now.
Sorry, we're late.
But we love you all, and we appreciate you guys standing by us and watching Bring the Funny, and you know, even though
Yes.
we're not quite on it yet, but you know, I can't watch every episode, so if you guys are watching it and you see us, like, why don't don't you tweet us screenshots or something,
Yeah.
or like just like put the camera up to whatever, film the
People
TV or
have been
something
very
if you
good
see
about
us.
that.
We'd love that.
I think so. We're on the 30th. We know that we're on
July
the fourth
30th.
episode.
on the 30th.
Fourth episode,
Which
yes.
means on the third episode, it'll be worth your time for a number of reasons. I tweeted this last night, and I mean it. If you're fans of us and you're watching
Yeah.
because of us, thank you. I highly encourage you to watch the previous episodes too for a number of reasons. One, to see the competition
They're
that we have to
funny,
crush.
too.
Two, it's just a bunch of people that
Yeah.
worked really hard leading up to this moment.
Yeah.
And you don't see all that hard work, but you need to know that it's behind it. There's like a lot of tears
It's also a
and
very
struggle.
new
and-
show, and they're
Yeah.
figuring it out, which
Well,
is
and
fascinating
it's all-
to watch
I
in real
mean-
time.
Yes, because the second episode was far
More congealed.
betterly put together from a presentation standpoint than the
Yes.
first episode. The first episode
Was.
felt like a pilot. The second one I was like, okay, cool, they're figuring it out.
Oh, great.
But
Well-
the talent is there, and people, again, these are nice people just like taking a freaking risk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and we
putting
got to, like,
themselves
meet
out
them,
there
and we got to meet a
100%,
lot of
yeah.
the people, and I mean, like on the second episode, Jesus Trejo, who I think we
So
all
funny.
agree is one of the funniest people. He's amazing and
Mm-hmm.
fantastic, and like that person deserves to be seen by a cajillion people and be loved by them. And so we know a lot of the people on there, and so it's just nice to be like, oh, you're great at what you do, and you're kind and wonderful. And
I loved
Yeah.
JK Studios sketch in
Yeah,
the first
they're
episode.
so good. I love
so
them.
funny.
love it.
I know.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Also, at the time of this recording, we're about to cross over today. This is going to go up a week from today,
my
but it's
God.
we're
Oh,
almost
God.
at 4,600 patrons.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
so close.
So, and I am actually starting to genuinely regret. I'm glad it's working out, but yeah, it's gonna be fun, and
I
it's
think
we're
you'll look
$45.99 right now.
You have there's still a little bit.
There's still
If you guys-
Rainbow. What about
there's
Rainbow?
still some
Hair?
time. Anything,
Yeah.
anything they want.
We still
I
need
like
a push.
teal a lot.
Totally.
Well,
Yeah,
I
teal would be
really
fun.
like
I
silver.
oddly trust the decisions that get made to kind of be fine. Like I have no
Fluorescent yellow.
Yeah.
Guys,
Maybe.
I finished the
Yeah.
PB&J song.
I'd be down for any of
Oh, nice.
That's great.
I finished
I'm
it.
into that.
I'll play it for you.
And that
Okay,
concludes
great.
this Valleycast, everybody.
Guys, thank you so much. We'll catch you next time on the Valleycast.
Do you link in the
Did you hit
description?
that on purpose? You know you're hitting
link,
the buzzer?
link in
No,
the
I'm not
description.
pressing anything.
It seems like- okay.
Get the logo game on
Get it
Amazon.
on
Use the
repeat.
code 20logo. And thank you for supporting me and my friends and my family. I love you. Bye.